Hello all, welcome to our video. In this video, you will be learning what referencing is, the importance of referencing in academic work. Also, we will be learning in detail how to do Harvard referencing using the examples from books, research articles and journals. So what referencing is? Referencing is an important skill and is an important part of any academic work that you do, be it research article, thesis or dissertations. Referencing is done in two parts, that is in-text citations and reference list at the end. So how important is referencing? There are three reasons why it is important. The first reason is that referencing gives credit to the original author of the article from which you acquired information in your academic work and paraphrased it and wrote it. So if you will not include the in-text citation of the original author, then your work will be considered to be plagiarized. That is one reason. The second reason is the number of references in any academic work shows the strength and the depth of the research that the researcher has done. For example, if I have included like 25 references in my reference list, it indicates that I have researched from those 25 articles in order to write this 2000 work, so it will increase the credibility of that 2000. Third reason why referencing is important is that if any of your readers of your research articles want to go to the journal and use some information from it, they can directly go to the reference list and see the source and they can fetch information directly from that journal. So it will be useful for the further readers of your research work to fetch the information of the original sources of the information that you have used in your research articles. So it increases the credibility of your work and usability of your work for future researchers. So these are the three reasons that why referencing is so important in your academic work. Very important for the researchers and the students to learn that referencing needs to be done according to the Harvard referencing guide followed up by your universities. So in this video I'll be explaining that how Harvard referencing style is done. So every research work incorporates sometimes one author, two author or multiple authors. So it is very important that these authors' names are accordingly used in your research work. We'll be starting with in-text citations. Just like the name, in-text citations appear in between the text. So the in-text citations depend on the number of authors of the original source from which you have acquired information. So for example, if there is only one author of your research work, so the name, the last name or the parent name or the surname of that author will be written, not the initial name, only the last name of the author will be written, comma, with the number of the year of the publishing of that research articles, and both of these will be in brackets. So this is in-text citation if you have only one author. If you have two authors of the research articles from which you have acquired the information, it will be written as Smith and Jones, 2014. So there will be and written in between the last name of the two authors, 2014. If there are three authors, so now Smith, Jones and Davies, the year of the publishing, which is 2014. If the names of the authors exceed beyond 3, so there are more than 3 authors of the research articles from which you acquire the information. Now only the first last name of the author will be written, which is Smith et al. 2014 and in brackets. So these are the in-text citations example that explains you that how in-text citations is done as per the count of the authors of the original source from which you have taken the information. All this is done in between the text when are you writing your academic work. Sometimes when you are including the information from the original source to your academic work, there are chances that you include the exact words from that paper to your academic work. In that case, it is very important that you include the page number along with the in-text citation in order to give the credit to the author, also to help the future researcher in finding the exact place from which you have taken that theory, maybe taken that quote. So it is very important that if you are including the direct words from the original source, you include a page number. So how page number is added? So in this case, meanwhile, other commentator asserts that the economy is on the downturn. So this is the sentence, and we have taken the exact words from the source which is on the downturn. So in this case, we need to add the page numbers now. So Singh 2015, Singh is the last name or the parent name of the first author, comma, the year of publishing, which is 2015. Now we have taken the exact words, so we need to add a comma with a page number. So we will write a P dot and 13. So 13 will be the exact page of that research article from which we have taken this information that the economy is on the downturn. Another example which is given for the direct quotation is Wilson 2015, comma, double P dot 12 to 14 makes an argument for the efficacy of the technique. In this case, we have taken information from the pages 12 to 14. So we included 2 pages from that, we have used those 2 pages from that original source in our academic work. So we have written 12 to 14. Here in the narrative citations, we are writing the text, and the in-text citation is in the form of a text while we are writing our paragraph. In that case, the last name of the author is outside the bracket. In the brackets, there is the year of publication of that research article. In case of parenthetical citations, we include the citations at the last of the sentence, and in this case, both the last name of the author and the year of publication, both are in the brackets. So in this case, that we were considering earlier, in the case of Wilson 2015, Wilson is outside. So this indicates that it is a narrative style of in-text citation. So in this case, we need to add double P, not just P. Also, the year will be inside the bracket, the last name is outside the bracket, and in this case we have used 2 pages instead of 1, so I have written 12 to 14. In this case I have written PP 12 to 14 because we have used 3 pages in order to develop this argument that we need to argument the efficacy of the technique. To understand from this example, we can understand few things. So one of the things is that this is an example of a narrative citation because the last name of the author is outside the brackets et al, which means that the number of authors in that research articles will be more than 4. Otherwise, all the last names of the 3 authors could have been written. So there will be 4 or more researchers in this article. Also, this argument, we have taken direct quotation which is frequently unreliable. That is why we have included the page number which is 155. So this is an example of a narrative citation used in Harvard referencing style. Now we will be understanding that how to do the referencing of the books, journals and research articles at the end of the text, which is in the form of reference list, which is used by the professors to judge the credibility of the sources that you have used in your academic work. Or a student uses different sources from which he or she acquires information to be included in the research work. So in case of journal articles, it is very important for the researcher to understand that how to source journal articles, newspapers or research articles from which he or she is fetching information. So it should be adequately listed in the reference list at the end of the research paper. So we will be starting with the journal articles, at how to reference a journal article. So the reference starts with the author's family name, which is the last name or the surname of the author, with the initial, for example, my name is Ramneek, so my initial is R. So the initial of the author will be written, for example, R after the comma. So my name is Ramneek Kaur, so Kaur, comma R. In this case, the last name of the author is Hebel, so Hebel, comma C, with the year of publishing of that journal, 2009. Then again a comma, and in single quotes you will write the topic of the research article from which you have fetched the information. After that, it is very important to include the name of the journal. After the name of the journal in which the research article is published, from which you have taken the information, this journal name has to be in italics. And after the comma, you will be mentioning the volume number and issue number, both of that journal from which you have taken the information. And in last, after the comma, there will be written PP, the page numbers that you have used in the research work. So because the journal is wide, the research article also will be wide. There will be different pages of that research article. So you have to clearly mention that what pages have you used in your research work. So this is how you include the reference of a journal article. First is the last name, then comma, initial, then the year of publishing of that journal, then comma, then in single quotes the title of the research article, then comma, then in italics the journal name, then comma, volume number, issue number, comma, pages, the exact pages that you have used in your research work. So this is how you reference a journal. So the second type of source that can be used by the researchers in their academic work is books. So how to reference books? So it is very important to know that like in journals there are different research articles, similarly in books there are different chapters. So you should be knowing the chapter from which you have taken the information, along with the information of the page numbers, at which page numbers you have used in your research work. So how the reference goes? Like always, the start of the reference will start with the author's last name or the family initial, then you will write the year of the publication of that book, then comma, in single quotes, like in journal you have added the name of the research article you use. In this you will add the name of the chapter that you have used. After writing the chapter, it is very important that you include the editor information. In editors, you will write the initial of that editor with the family name. Editor's initial will come first and the editor's family name will come later. Now, like you have included the journal's name in italics, in this the title of the book will also come in italics after you included the editor's name. The family name, there will be a comma, you will be including the title of the book in italics, then the publisher, place of publication, comma, PP, that is the pages from which you have used the information. So this is how you reference a book in Harvard referencing style. If you have other than journal articles and books, you can also use web links or anything that is available online. You can include the DOI, that is the link from which you have fetched the information after the PP. So this also makes it easy for the future researchers to go on that link and fetch the information. So after the PP dot, you can add the DOI, which is the link of the exact information. So this is how you add the reference list. So now I'll be showing to you a complete example of how the reference list is made. So now I'll be showing an example of a made up reference list of a Harvard referencing style, and then we will be discussing that how they are arranged. Now you will be seeing a well formatted Harvard referencing list that is added at the end of the research work. So what do you see here is that the author of this research work has added DOI with every reference that he has added in his work, which of course makes it easier for the future researchers to know from where the work has been taken, and they can fetch the work very easily. A well formatted reference list which is added at the end of the research work, which includes all the references from which the researcher or the student has fetched information and used in the research work. So now you will be seeing that how to arrange it and format it while doing it in your research work. So you can see here that DOI is added to every reference added in this work, which obviously makes it easier for the future researchers to fetch the information from the original source. So for example, I am the reader of this paper now. So I know that if I go to this link, I can directly understand about maritime traffic as a complex network. So this will make it easier for me to use the information from the original source for my own work maybe, or to understand the topic better maybe. So you can see that the different author names, after the family name is written first, then the initials, then the name of the title of the research, the first reference. Alvarez, Edeno, Calzada are all the family names of the three authors of this research paper. The initials are written later, and after writing all the names, after comma, the year in which the journal was published is written. Then the title of the paper comes, from which you have fetched the information. That is a systematic review, and after that the journal, the name of the journal is written in italics with volume number number to be in brackets, and then the page numbers, from which indicates the direct pages from which you have taken the information. So this is how you do the reference. Let's take example of the very first reference. So Alvarez, Edeno, Calzada are the three authors of this research papers. NG, B, L are the initials of these three authors. 2021 is the year in which the paper was published. Maritime traffic as a complex network or systematic review is the research paper name from which the information is fetched. Networks in spatial economics is the name of the journal, and that's why it is written in italic with 21 as the volume number. 2 is the issue number, which because it is in the brackets, with PP 387 to 417 are the exact pages from which the information is taken, and the DOI is given for you to get to the original source directly. So one more thing that you can see in this reference list is that all the references that are included in the work are arranged alphabetically. So the A's will come above and the Z's will come later. So this is very important, that needs to be followed by the students and the researchers. So we have understood all about in-text citations, how to do references, then how to arrange the referencing list. I hope this video will be useful for you. Thank you so much.